One sunny morning, a father asked his 12-year-old son,
"Come along, son. Let's take a walk through the park."
Sure, Dad. I'd love to.
Saying this, the father took his son to a nearby park. As they strolled along the path, the father stopped abruptly and pointed to a tiny plant growing near the edge.
"Son, would you mind pulling out that little plant for me?"
No problem, Dad.
The son bent down and carefully plucked the plant from the ground, holding it gently between his thumb and forefinger.
"Now, son, let's try something a bit bigger. See that plant over there?"
He gestured towards a slightly larger plant growing nearby.
Sure, Dad.
The son approached the plant and grasped it firmly. With a steady pull, he managed to dislodge it from the soil, roots and all.
Very good, son. Now for the next challenge. Take a look at that bush.
He indicated a sizable bush growing at the end of the path.
Wow, that's a big one, Dad.
The son stepped up to the bush and wrapped his hands around its base. He braced himself and pulled with all his might. The bush resisted at first, but eventually, with a satisfying tug, he managed to uproot it.
Well done, son. You've shown great strength and determination.
Thanks, Dad. It was a bit tough, but I managed.
That's just like life, son. Sometimes you'll face challenges that seem daunting, but if you persevere, you'll overcome them.
Sure, Dad.
Now, son, for the ultimate test, can you uproot that guava tree?
The son stared at the towering guava tree, its branches laden with ripe fruit. The task seemed impossible.
A guava tree? But Dad, that's huge.
Indeed, it is. Just like breaking bad habits. When they are small and weak, they are easy to overcome. But if you let them grow, they will take hold of you like this tree, and it will be too late.
The son gripped the trunk of the tree, his fingers digging into the rough bark. He braced himself and heaved with all his might. The tree remained stubbornly rooted.
It's no use, Dad. It's too strong.
Forget it, son. Now, did you realize, just as the guava tree becomes bigger and stronger with time, bad habits too may become bigger and stronger if we don't uproot them well in time with great determination and willpower. It is always easier to break bad habits when they are young and weak, rather than waiting until they have taken hold and become difficult to overcome. Remember this lesson, my boy. Never let bad habits take root in your life. Uproot them while you still have the strength, or they will control you, always.
The son nodded solemnly. The lesson etched into his mind. The encounter with his father had transformed him, instilling in him a resolve to cultivate good habits and shun the ones that could lead him astray.